20 years ago, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man was released in theaters. The exact date was yesterday, but unfortunately I am a day late as I've had a cold all week and I lost my voice over the weekend and it still isn't the best, but today it at least sounds decent, so I'm uploading this on the 15th anniversary of Spider-Man 3. To this day, Spider-Man 1 is the only Spider-Man film I haven't seen in theaters even though I had the opportunity to, and from what I remember, it was because I never knew what Spider-Man was. And then one day I went over to my cousin's house who had the DVD, and I fell in love with the character. I even remember my parents taking me to the store to get the DVD that same day. Recently, a new article from Variety was released looking back at the film's 20th anniversary with a lot of comments from those involved with the film. And I'd also like to thank Ashton Stevens for sending me this article, as it's always nice when people send me things to make videos on. In this video, I will be going over some of the most interesting points from this article to me, and you can also read the full article below in the description. To begin, one of the most interesting points from this article to me is that when Sony bought the film rights for Spider-Man, these rights also came with the 80-page script treatment from James Cameron's Spider-Man That Never Was, which featured Electro as the villain and Peter Parker well into his Spider-Man career. I never knew that when the film rights were bought, it also included the script, and sometime in the future I'll have to make a full video on this cancelled film, as there are many versions of Cameron's script, including one with Doc Ock played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and another version of the script featuring Sandman. David Cope, who wrote the script for Spider-Man, also mentioned that at the time the origin of Spider-Man was an important part of the film that they couldn't skip over. And in today's world you can, as everybody knows the origin, but back in 2002 there hadn't been a Spider-Man film on screen. So yes, I do agree that the origin needs to be told, as it is perfect in Spider-Man 1 as well. There's also a segment in this article discussing actors that were in consideration for Peter Parker with big names such as Leonardo DiCaprio, Ewan McGregor, and Heath Ledger. But ultimately Raimi wanted to go with Tobey as he felt he was the best choice to portray a high schooler who is down on his luck, and personally I think it was a great choice. In the article, the use of organic web shooters is mentioned, and Raimi comments that fans wanted him removed as a director because of this. And while organic webbing isn't comic accurate, I personally prefer it over mechanical as it makes more sense to me. I mean, Peter gets all the abilities of a spider except for what they're known for, but mechanical does display Peter's genius. With Tobey returning for No Way Home, David Cope mentioned that now that No Way Home is a thing, the legacy of these films has been changed since there's more to the story. I find it touching to see Tobey's character again in No Way Home. I can see the weight of living in his eyes, which I thought was fascinating. I would imagine they develop a story about a 40-year-old Spider-Man and see what that's like. Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing that. The stories are still beautifully told and audiences love them. And those are just some of the interesting pieces you can find in this article. I didn't want to go over everything as it's a long read and I would just be repeating it, and I'm also still not feeling the best, as you may tell, but I did want to get this video out as I thought it would be important to make a video for the 20th anniversary of Spider-Man, and I wanted to do it as soon as possible. Also, last week I was supposed to join News to Astonish over on his channel for a Marvel Spider-Man 2 discussion featuring other great Spider-Man YouTubers, and I wasn't able to join due to the cold I had, but I am grateful for the opportunity that he presented me, and I do recommend going to check out this live stream as it's good. It will be linked in the description. So let me know what you all think. What are your thoughts on Sam Raimi's Spider-Man turning 20, and what are your favorite pieces from this article? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, follow my social medias, hit that like button, and I will see you guys again in my next video.